You can't go anywhere today without hearing a conversation about artificial intelligence. Today we're going to talk about 3 ways local government can use artificial intelligence that are not ChatGPT in the solutions that you likely already have. We're going to take a look at 3 examples of artificial intelligence in the tools that you already have available to you. My name is Ralph Nickisher, and what we're going to be looking at is Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Clipchamp, and Microsoft Word. Now these are available to you with your Microsoft 365 subscription, and we're going to dive in a little bit deeper and show you how artificial intelligence is already implemented in those systems. In our first example, we're going to use Microsoft Excel to dig into some data that we've exported from our time system. Let's say a public works management analyst is putting together the monthly report and they want to use data from the time tracking system to summarize some information about what activities were occurring in a certain section of town. Let's go ahead and take a look. Here we have our Excel spreadsheet. We have the date on the left, we know which team member did what task, what section of town they were working in, and how long they were doing that. Now without any manual work, we can start diving into this data and get some insights from our monthly report. All you need to do is go to the upper right-hand corner on the home ribbon, on the Analyze Data tab. Go ahead and click that, and it's actually going to start giving you some options based on how it's interpreting the data. So you can insert some charts that it's recommending and some filters as well. But if you wanted to ask it a specific question like I do in this example, which is how much time did we spend pothole patching in section 11, you can ask it that specific of a question, and it'll run a query on that, and it'll give you that answer right here, right off the bat. So I see duration for tasks, so it's starting to put together the logic behind the spreadsheet to give you that duration of time spent pothole patching in section 11, which I see here is 46 hours. Now you can grab that answer, go ahead and put that into your report, or you can insert that as a pivot table, which is what you typically would have done previously manually. And you can see by task and section the amount of time we've spent in there. So this is an example of artificial intelligence and how it can comb through your data in an Excel spreadsheet and return an answer for you. Now this is a specific example for Public Works, but you can imagine putting up a financial spreadsheet here and asking you to give it some trends. So that's our first example of how artificial intelligence is being used within the tools that you already have. In the next example, we're going to use Microsoft Clipchamp, which is a relatively recent addition to the Microsoft 365 application list. It's a video editing software that folks in communications can use to put together quick videos for the public. Now in this example, we're going to use a text-to-speech feature within that application so we can add a narration to our video. We have a 100-year celebration coming up in our community, and we wanted to put together a quick video inviting members of the public to that celebration, and we wanted to publish that on our social media page. So let's go ahead and take a look at Clipchamp. All right, here we're looking at Microsoft Clipchamp. So we have our video up here. We see the confetti that is falling here. So we just want to put a voice behind that confetti, inviting members of the public to our celebration. Now to do that, you just go to the Record and Create button on the left-hand side. And on the Create section here, you can go text-to-speech, and I'll add a text-to-speech prompt here. So what you need to do is click that text-to-speech, and then you can type in what you want it to say, and then you can pick from a whole list of different voices and voice types. So you can preview those voices. So this is what Ava's voice is going to sound like.
Choose from a variety of voices to help you create a story worth sharing.
Again, there's all sorts of different voices you can load up here.
Choose from a variety of voices to help you create a story worth sharing.
And you can even change the pitch and the pace of the voices depending on the kind of video that you're putting together. So this is the example that we have. So the village of South Springs is celebrating 100 years, and you're invited to join. So I've already typed in that text prompt. So you can go ahead and here and preview it, and that's going to be overlaid on your video when you put it all together. So let's preview that. What does it sound like?
The village of South Springs is celebrating 100 years, and you're invited to join.
Sounds pretty good to me. So we didn't have to use anybody for our voiceover. You certainly can do that, if somebody's willing to do that. But you have the option to use this artificial intelligence that is available in Microsoft Clipchamp to do that for you. So that is our second example of artificial intelligence within the tools that you already have. That was Microsoft Clipchamp. Our final example is in Microsoft Word. And in this example, we have a monthly report that was created by the Forestry Division within our Public Works Department. And it's pretty bare bones. There's no formatting to it, and we want to dress that up a little bit. And here it is. Here is the monthly report from our Public Works Forestry Division for January 2024. As you can see, it's kind of bare bones. It has a summary of information, but there's really not a whole lot of formatting to this. So you can use the designer feature, which is on the home tab of Microsoft Word. I'm using Word in my browser version. So if you go to designer, it's going to put together some designs for you. So you can scroll down, and here's a preview on the right hand side. Find a design that you like, and then you can go ahead and implement it. I kind of like this one with the tree images on it. So you can click it. It's going to start to apply the design. I don't really care for this header here. I don't like the font of it. So you can make some adjustments afterwards. Go back to your traditional heading. And there you have it. You've improved the design of this report. You have an image that is signifying and reinforcing what division that this report is coming from. So that is the final example of artificial intelligence in some of the tools that you already have available to you. I know the conversation will continue about artificial intelligence, and we'll continue exploring examples of how local government can use that. So don't forget to click the subscribe button so you can stay in tune with what's going on with artificial intelligence and all things within technology in local government.